Hi everyone, so today we're driving a HDT VL Group A. Now, like all the Group A's, they only came in one colour. The colour of these ones was permanent red. Now these were the last Group A that Peter Brock built before his split with Holden. And they were the last of the carburetted Group A Commodores. Now this one's only travelled 152,000 kilometres. I'd say it's had a little bit of engine work because the VL Group A wasn't really known for their outright performance, but this car's certainly got plenty of tow. A very nice cammy note in the engine. Now these weren't as grunty as the VK Group A. They were the first, the unleaded petrol. The VK was obviously leaded petrol. So in 1986, when they went unleaded, there was pollution gear added to the cars. But in saying that, the VL Group A was definitely a nicer driving car. They came standard with a 5-speed gearbox. They'd refined the suspension, and obviously they ran the 16/7 Momo style wheels. And they really are nice to drive. The suspension's not as rock hard as in a VK. And just a good all-round car. This one's still got the original Holden radio cassette in it, which is pretty rare these days. They've usually had a replacement stereo. And look, it's just a good car. Now the vendor has instructed me to put this car up with no reserve. So the top bit is going to win this car, which is pretty good. So let's take it into the Classics building and have a good look around it. So we just got back to the shed after driving the VL Group A. Now, just to refresh everyone's memory, this was the last Group A Commodore that HDT and Peter Brock built. Now, there's a bit of controversy about these cars because Peter Brock back then wanted to run the energy polariser on these vehicles and a few other different bits and pieces, and Holden weren't agreeable to it. So you had the VL HDT Group A, and then the other version was the VL HDT Group A Plus Pack by Peter Brock. This car's a standard VL Group A. The colour's called permanent red. Now, the homologated version of this vehicle is the one that Peter Brock won his last and 9th Bathurst in 1987 at the Mountain under the Mobile colours. He won it in the number 10 car, and it was a homologated VL Group A. Now this car's a good original version, still running the original 16/7 Momo wheels. The bodyworks presents quite well. There's a little few marks on the black plastic around the windows. The paint is very, very nice and tidy. Front and rear spoilers are intact. The body's nice and straight. And just a great looking car. Permanent red was just a cracker colour, I believe, and it really made these cars stand out. Let's have a look at the interior. So inside the VL Group A, you've got the Momo gear knob, and these run a 5-speed gearbox rather than the VK Group A ran a 4-speed, unless you option at the very last of them. Grey interior, black Momo steering wheel, Shield Sport seats with grey fabric, slightly different console to the VL than to the VK, and your full instrument cluster. The interior presents, as I said, in good condition. I think the carpets are still original. The seat might have had a little bit of work done on it, and the steering wheel's been recovered, but the rest of it, the hood lining, rear seats and all that look very, very good and very good for the age. And I'll just give you a quick peek under the bonnet. So looking under the bonnet here, it is very, very original and very tidy. Now the VL Group A had this unique air cleaner setup on them, so they'll be grabbing cold air from the back underneath the cowl panel and also down at the front here. It's got your factory power steering and air conditioning, your HDT plate over there next to your 2 compliance plates. Still got the VIN number stamped on top of the tower, and just a really tidy, original, unrestored example under the bonnet. So for everyone at home, did you ever own a VK Group A or a VL Group A, or do you own one now? If you do, let us know in the comments section. And if you'd like to see more of our classic cars and motorbikes, subscribe to our YouTube channel or go to grays.com.